Shalom, my amazing audience. I'm Yisrael Chai. Thank you all so much for tuning into the video. Now, I've been wanting to upload this for a while. However, a tornado hit my house, unfortunately. Hint hint lore update video. Yeah, man, we haven't been able to upload for almost a month and a half, 2 months due to this little predicament. I uploaded a GoFundMe whenever it all happened. Feel free to support if you like. So I've been wanting to make this video for almost 2 months now. Ever since I came back from Israel. I'm Yisrael. Guys, this country is it's beautiful. Like, when I tell you you're literally in Minecraft when you're in this country, I'm not shitting you. You have sand in the middle of the terrain. You have grass on the other side of it. There's like forest and there's like sand, like desert, and you also have like city. It's literally like all three in one. I went on my Taglit birthright trip. You have to be born Jewish. You have to be from America. No, actually, you can be from different countries too, I believe. I could be wrong. Yeah, I went on it for 10 days. The trip is for 10 days, and please edit out. We got a chief. So guys, being born Jewish, I was a little bit spiritual because my dad basically put me and my brother through Sunday school and Hebrew school. Sunday school is the same concept of like church, kind of. 3 hours on the weekend on like Saturday. You're pretty much just going over like Jewish history, going over like the alphabet, like Aleph, Bet, Bet, Gimel, Hey, Gimel, Gimel, Hey. Something. I forget. It's been like a decade since I've been in Sunday school. It's been a while. You graduate, I think, when you're like 11 or 12. And then you go to Hebrew school. You go to Hebrew school after Sunday school. Hebrew school is in like middle school. You get bar mitzvah at 13. You're in Hebrew school from like 10 to 13. After 10, you're done with Sunday school. And like growing up, like, you know, I've been a little bit spiritual because my dad used to take us to synagogue every Friday. But I lost my touch. Like, I remember one fateful day in 5th grade when I was 11, I prayed, and I felt a warm touch. Like I know it doesn't sound right to say, but it's how I feel. It sounds a little corny when I say it, but I genuinely felt a little touch in my heart. And it was comforting. I felt like, you know, it had to have been a higher power. And I still feel like that to this day. Yeah, I mean, ever since that day, like, I've tried praying in synagogue, and I don't get the touch anymore. Well, I haven't gotten the touch until I went to Israel. And this trip was fucking amazing, guys. Like, the people were unbelievably calm, cool, collected, and I mean, it's not unbelievable, but they're very confident. Like, an American boy, you know, going into Israel, dude, I was nervous around them. Even though they're my family, you know, like Jews, like with Jews, I don't want to say paranoid because that's like being scared of something you don't want to be around, in my opinion. But I definitely had anxiety because, you know, like, they know what they're gonna say next. You know, they know what they want. I'm still kind of figuring it out, you know, like I'm going on a trip as I resume my journey. I don't have my life figured out, but these people seem like they do. These people, my people. The first like 2 days we were there, we went to Jaffa, and it was the place we stayed in. It really had no AC, so it was kind of rough the first like day and a half, but we had the windows open and everything, so we were good for the next like day and a half or 2 days. Haifa was nice. Haifa was pretty nice. It wasn't as nice as the other cities I'm gonna get into, but we on our first day there, we went to, I forget the exact sea location, but it had like a little castle. It was fucking insane. Like, you never see some shit like that over here. The second city we visited was Tel Aviv. Bro, this city is fucking nutsos. It's literally just Jewish New York City. And the kids in Tel Aviv are fucking wild. And I remember we were just chilling in the middle of like a bus stop. Everyone was drinking. We were just having a good time. And out of nowhere, these kids, like, you know those scooters that you can rent on the sidewalk, like in like downtown areas and like city parts. Yeah, so these little shitheads were just fucking drifting them bitches all around us, bro. Like, not like, like directly around us, but we were seeing them just tear these scooters up that weren't their damn property. That was pretty fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that. When I tell you the confidence, this is a great example. This girl, I'm gonna keep her name classified because the conflict that's going on. Pretty much the kids were like, two kids were about to fight on the street. They were fighting. They were throwing hands. Like, we were hearing, like, thumps, and we were seeing it too. Being from America, you're like I mean, you're supposed to mind your business. Any country, you're supposed to mind your business. You're supposed to stay out the way, not get in conflict. She pretty much starts snapping on them in Hebrew, and all the Americans, bro, like, in the group, the first 3 days when we were in Haifa, it was all Americans. And then after 3 days, when we landed in Tel Aviv, like the first day in Tel Aviv, Israelis came on the trip. We were putting rooms together to socially connect, which was amazing in the trip. I just need to highlight that too. I can't even remember exactly what she said, but pretty much the kids just stopped fighting, and they're just like looking at her, and they're just like, yeah. I didn't understand what they were saying, but they pretty much stopped. We had a really, really big Israeli guy in our group. He's really fucking cool. We're gonna call him T. He was definitely the hype man of the whole like group. Like, this man loves festivals. He loves raving. Like, he's cool as shit, bro. I was having a good ass time hyping him up and him hyping me up. This guy has connections in Tel Aviv and just in Israel because he's from there, and it's his country. We want to go out this night because we haven't been out to any clubs, no nothing in Israel yet. This is our 4th day. And T, he's like, he can drink too. He can handle his drinks. He's pretty fucked up. But he's like, we're going out tonight. He's like, we're fucking going out. We had a Canadian in our group too. We'll call him N. Dude, N was funny as shit. Like, that was the homie on the group. He was a cameraman too. He was taking all the angles and shit. Pretty much, he was like, "We're going out, you fucking bitch," and then N was like, "Fuck you, we're going out." So we pretty much go to a nightclub. We have a curfew because we're in a birthright trip, and the ongoing conflict with Hamas and Hezbollah. There's a curfew implemented in our little group. I don't think there's definitely not a curfew in Israel. I don't think, unless there's events happening that are unfortunate. Actually, the only curfew is Shabbat, which is Friday and Saturday. Well, Fridays everything's closed, but Saturday you can roam around. Like, literally, it's insane how it works in Israel. On Shabbat, on Friday, no trains moving, no cars. There's only ambulances that are going. You literally don't. I mean, maybe like one or two, because there's Christians that live in Israel, and there's also Arabs. It's a blend of everyone, man. T took us all to a nightclub. This man knew a fucking bouncer, bro. It was cool as shit. Like, just knowing that he had those connections made me genuinely feel fucking safe and cool. We go in, I'm dancing, bro. Like, I'm a dancer. I'm definitely an introvert, but when it comes to dancing, bro, extroverted as fuck. We were partying with one Israelite, and he was fucking awesome, bro. Dude, he was cool as shit. The next day, we went to the Holocaust Museum. We saw boots of the victims from the Holocaust that suffered. Like, you could see the tattered, rugged leather in these little shoes. You could see the burn marks in them too. I cried at that museum. You can't take it in at once. I can't even explain the feeling. They showed us videos and pictures of not very discreet, but discreet women that were burned, tortured, kids that were starved to death, kids that were malnourished. Nothing you'd ever want to lay your eyes on. And the worst part about it, it's still detrimental. It's not the exact same event, but it's the same predicament that's happening. We're being driven to extinction from Hamas and Hezbollah. There's been an ongoing war for centuries and decades. In my opinion, from what I've learned on the trip and from being in the country, it's really a war on religion. It's officials People say it's land. It's not. It's not. I don't think so. Us Jews have no place to go. Israel is the only country that has the majority of Jews. There was a program that just happened too, 2 days ago in Amsterdam. They were beating these Jews. It's fucking evil. It was messages that were being spread on Telegram. On our departure for our last day, our airport got threatened. Like, of course we got on the flight, but the flight got delayed because it was Hezbollah that was making bomb threats to the airport. It was after the pager bomb explosion. Unfortunate event. I'm at a loss of words. I really am. After the Holocaust Museum, we went to Mount Masad. I cried there too, guys. You know, I'm a guy. I have emotions. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I bawled my eyes out when I was at Mount Masad. When you live in Israel, it's your country. You know, if you're Jewish and you live in Israel, you're from Israel, you have to serve after you're 18. You have to serve after you graduate high school. The fact that that is a law and a regulation it's respectable. It really is. It shows that the people care strongly. And the group, you know, the Israelis, knowing that you have to be from Israel, obviously all of them served. And at Mount Masad, it's a graveyard for all of the Jews that have passed, for all the military Jews that have passed, and the higher officials as well. We were hearing stories about the Israelis and their families and what they've experienced from this war, this whole predicament as a whole. It is so depressing what I've heard. I was told that one of the Israelis' brothers were stationed in Gaza, and you know the Gaza Strip is where the war is going on, the borders, and you know the bombings, all of that. So the Israeli's brother is stationed in Gaza, and his brother texts him, and he says there's loud noises coming from the house next to us. He's sending his last like prayers. You know, I love you. I wish I could take back this, like, heartbreaking shit. Come to know it, he survives the next day and he's able to text his brother and he's able to see him. Just knowing your brother is where bombs are going off, that shit is scary. That is fucking terrifying. Everywhere we stayed in Israel, like, I'm telling you, everywhere, there was a bomb shelter within 20 feet, 25, 50 feet. When I tell you shit goes down in Israel, shit goes down. Guys, after Mount Masad, the trip was so fucking goated. We went to Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Jerusalem was so fucking cool, bro. Honestly, I like Tel Aviv. I like all the urbanness, you know, the city. But Jerusalem can't compare it. It can't. You have the Western Wall. You have cool ass chapels, cool ass mosques too. It's insane. Like there's 4 corridors in Jerusalem, I believe. Jerusalem Square. There's the Christian Square, Persian Square, Arab Square, and there's the Jewish Square. It's amazing, y'all. It was fucking great. I got this chain in Israel. You know what's funny? In the Torah, and I'm pretty sure in the Bible too, Queen Esther is mentioned. Like it's for Purim. It's for the high holy days. I bought this chain from Esther's Jewelry. It was an old lady named Esther that ran the shop. It was straight out of a book. It was great. Yeah, man, we went to Jerusalem. We our first day we went to the Dead Sea, which is where I got this beauty, Biospa papaya cream. I had avocado cream and I gave it to my stepmother. Yeah, the Dead Sea was fucking cool as shit. Like, it's all salt in the Dead Sea. That's why it's called the Dead Sea, because there's obviously no fish living in fucking straight salt. It's trippy how it works. Like, there's literal salt balls on the bottom of the whole reservoir. I would say my best part, though, about the whole trip was the Jerusalem Square. Or, no, not the square. I mean, the Western Wall was amazing. We saw the Western Wall. We went to the Jerusalem Market. Jerusalem Market was definitely the best part of my trip. Just because we went there for 2 days straight. It was literally just like, y'all see those little shorts of like India and how like, you know, the food is out for like the stands like a bazaar. It's exactly like a bazaar. They literally have it all out, like down one strip, down two strips, down three strips. It's like a long ass hallway. It's cool as shit, bro. They also got this like plant base. It's like kratom kind of like kava. It's called etrogot. That shit had me feeling right. I can't even hold you. That shit, it's like a root or something. I was sipping that bitch. It's so welcoming in Israel, guys. Even though there's war, there's a conflict going on, I highly recommend you go. It's it's an experience you can never take back. That shit is fucking amazing. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you. And be ready for more. This tornado predicament can't slow us down more than it already has.